Hey guys, welcome back to or welcome to my channel. I felt like a cornball saying that, but we're gonna move on. I finally got the microphone, like I said I would. So hopefully you can hear me better. And you can't hear my fan because I know that was incredibly annoying. And obviously, you read the title of the video. This is my curl routine for my 3C hair. I have medium porosity hair, and it's kind of a mixture between like coarse and fine strands. It's like the in between. I don't know if there's a word for it or not. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna get going on that, and I'm starting off with just I'll actually name products because I posted it on my TikTok. But one, it's like buried under a ton of videos because it was a spam account. Two, that is an old routine. Three, I completely failed to show the products that I was using. So I'm starting off with Carol's Daughter Goddess Strength. Yeah, hair and scalp oil. Um, I want to start off this video by saying so obviously I just got done with washing my hair, and a very I had two moments. I had a very traumatizing moment and I had a very embarrassing moment, and I felt like an idiot. Um, so first off, what made me feel like an idiot? So I did some research and I went out, and while I restocked on some hair products, I also got some new ones. Um, and okay, so you apply that oil. Sorry, I forgot I'm also supposed to be like telling you what I'm doing. Um, it also says directions on the bottle. Just apply directly to your scalp and massage in. But so one, I was so confident in how I was doing with my hair, and everything's going well. And I did notice when I was shampooing my hair, it didn't like bubble up or suds or anything, even the slightest little bit. And I was like, oh, okay, okay, moving on. Like, yeah, it's probably fine. It's not a big deal. Hurting my hair. I noticed later on that when I got to my conditioner, which was like literally one of the last steps, by the way, with like washing my hair, and I was so happy I was almost done. And I noticed it started to suds up a bit. And I remember I was on Lemon8 the other day, I was scrolling, and this random girl got like called out for saying that she was using conditioner, and then somebody pointed out conditioner doesn't sud up, only like shampoo does. And I was like, wait, oh my god. I look at the bottle, and I had used conditioner, shampoo, and shampoo as conditioner, and I felt kind of like an idiot, but it's fine. And the traumatic part, I look very unique right now, don't mind that. So I split them back into two sections, and starting off with Sun In. This has nothing to do with having curly hair, which you probably know, hence the name. But this is just, I have to have super dry hands for like the spray bottles. I have blonde hair, which you can't really see right now because it's soaked. But this, okay, it took a second. Essentially just kind of helps to like lighten. Anyways, but yeah, spray that throughout. So I was sort of kind of almost done. As I was putting my conditioner in my hair, and I noticed that my shower seemed a little cooler than I recalled it being earlier. And I was like, oh. And then it got like noticeably cooler, and push that through so it's evenly distributed. And I was like, oh, hold on, wait a minute, something ain't right. So I turned the heat all the way up on my shower because I know it's not awesome to use like high heat, like anything, even water, when washing hair. I don't know if that's hair in general or curly hair more specifically, but you know. And it wasn't getting warmer, and I was like, okay, this is weird because usually when my shower water is all the way up, I feel like I'm dying, and it's so hot and I'm like burning and boiling. ran out of hot water, and it was getting colder and colder, and I was nowhere near done. And yeah, I had to thug it out. It was difficult and it was painful. And then my playlist ended and it started playing songs I didn't like. It was a rough moment. This is aluminum. I'm not gonna try. It's just a texture spray. Is that crooked? I don't know. It's just a texture spray. And then the Keratin Complex multi-benefit treatment spray. I couldn't really hear it. I'm almost out. It still sprays well though. I hope I don't get anything like on the mic because I literally it just came in the mail like a couple days ago. And then this is obviously like the very back and bottom section of my hair. I don't know if you can see the part. And when I sleep, my hair goes up, and I just kind of like lay on that section. So to help it a bit more with keeping its definition and staying curly, I use the Shea Moisture curl enhancing smoothie. There's a hair stuck to my lips and it's actually bothering me so bad. Okay, I got it. That's kind of a lot. I can split that 50-50 through the second section. Oh my lord. Sections. I was gonna talk about like curly hair, like canon events and stuff, and just like yap throughout this, and I honestly don't remember almost any of them. Actually, well, I have one. The other day at lunch, my friend wouldn't stop touching my hair, even though I tell her to not touch my hair a lot. So I don't know why she couldn't just stop touching it. And I went to push her away, and she like, I don't know, she like Kung Fu Panda, like telekinesis, I don't know, telepathy, and snapped my thumbnail all the way down here. Oh my god. Yeah, it was really disappointing. And then I used the Miss Jessie's Pillow Soft curls. I'm holding it upside down, it's open. So yeah, that was very disappointing. I was really sad. I kind of wanted to cry, but I didn't want to lose Aura, so I didn't. Especially because I had gym. Oh, my mic is flipped. Anyways, hopefully you can hear me. I can turn up the volume when I edit, actually. But, so that was very disappointing. I was very sad. Yeah, and then I had gym class, which made it even worse, but it's fine, because we literally didn't do anything. But I remember, okay, curly hair canon events, and just like, etc., etc. I didn't have curly hair my whole life. It wasn't always like that. Putting this away because I only use it for that section of hair. Each section in two, and the bounce curl brush, which I'm pretty sure like everyone knows about. And I brush up and away, and I go through it twice. And I use the volume one because in case it's not super obvious, I go for volume with my hair. But anyways, I buzzed my hair right before 5th grade started. It's a very long story. It's longer than you'd expect. And so it looked a little funky when it grew out, so I kind of used to hate having curly hair. But honestly, as it grew out a bit more and started to look more presentable, like I can put in a picture when it was like starting to grow out, like with it like only like an inch or two, versus like when it started to like be visibly longer. Again, just like brush twice, shake, and then scrunch. I started, but then like again, as it started to grow out a bit more, I started to actually get like a lot of compliments on it, And people started to actually like really seem to like my hair. There's so much product in it. People started to like act like it, and I started to get compliments on it a lot, and I think that really helped boost my confidence. But I feel like a lot of like curly headed people at like one point or another in their life like literally hated their hair. Like 5th grade, when it was like starting to grow back out, I literally hated it more than anything. I was like, oh my god, I wish my hair was straight. It looks so weird, it looks so stupid. But I love it now. And there is the annoying thing, people like constantly touching your hair and like without asking too. Like this kid, when I was in 6th grade, he would like people would honestly just always touch my hair, but this one kid would literally like, he wasn't the only one, but he did it a lot and he did it frequently. He would go out of his way to not only like like try to touch my hair for no reason, he would try to braid my hair. What are you doing? I would tell him stop braiding my hair, and then he'd be like, oh, why is it so knotted? Why is it so knotted? Shut up. Spray bottle. Don't mind how I didn't spray the last section. I almost dropped it. Just, don't mind it. It was really annoying. It's like, not only did, like, I feel like some people know that, like, touching hair is, like, something annoying that happens, but I feel like some people honestly just don't talk about the fact that people will go up to you and try to, like, style or touch your hair, like, constantly. Like, I've had people try to, like, scrunch my hair or finger curl it, like, perfectly dry. And then, like, and the annoying thing, too, with it is that, for me, personally, because my skin is so light, obviously, and, what was I gonna say? What am I saying? Oh yeah, my hair is naturally blonde. People constantly assume that something isn't natural. Perm, curlers, bleach, dye, toner. I've been accused of wearing a wig. Actually, somebody asked me if I was wearing a wig very recently, and I took offense to that because what? Don't know how I also forgot to like brush out the sun in before the rest, which I usually prefer to do. Yikes, I'm a mess. When was the last time I washed my hair? I think like 10 days ago, maybe? Let's not talk about that. I had somebody refuse to believe that it naturally like held this shape. Like they were like, oh, do you like finger curl it with like gel and like a ton of product? And I was like, no, because I didn't actually start having a curl routine until like mid-ish 2025. And like before then, people would like always assume that like if my hair really was like no perm or something, that I used like a ton of product and gel and etc. to finger curl it. I don't know why. Like I get my hair cut at a curl specialist, and like she doesn't get bad reviews. She's really good with like curly hair. And I have one tiny complaint, and that is just that she wasn't rude about it or anything, but she refused to believe my hair was naturally blonde. She could tell that it was naturally curly, and she would ask my mom like, oh, does it come from her dad? Obviously, because my mom doesn't have curly hair. And my mom would tell her like yes. And it's like she knew my hair was naturally curly, but she just refused to believe that it was naturally blonde. I don't know why. It's like my eyebrows are nearly impossible to see. They're there. They're just hard to see. I have blue eyes. I have super light skin. I don't know why blonde hair looks so out of place. I'm kind of struggling with the mic if you can't tell. Sorry. Like she was like, oh, have you ever used color on your hair? I was like, oh, I used to dye my hair a lot because I used to dye it all the time. I think the pictures from when it starts to grow out, it'll probably be pictures of my hair with dye in it. And she was like, okay, did you do that, like, you used bleach, right? Like, before you dyed it. And I was like, well, no, I'm blonde. I didn't really need, like, bleach for my hair for the color to stick. I would just dye my natural hair. And she was like, but you used bleach, didn't you? And I was like, well, no, I didn't. And she was looking at my hair like as it was like wet, and it was blonder toward the tips, like significantly blonder. And she was like, oh, is this like, is this old dye? And I was like, no, it's not. And I like told her, I was like, all the hair that I've ever dyed has realistically been cut off throughout like haircuts and trims. And she was like, yeah, but this is lingering dye. I was like, it's not. It was like a whole thing, and I eventually just gave up. I was like, okay, whatever. At this point, I don't think that I can convince you that this isn't bleach or dye. But yeah, she did an awesome job. My hair looked amazing. She gave me so many like tips and all that. Blonde people with like type 3, like nearly type 4 curly hair do exist. Trust. I was talking to my friend, and her parents both had very unique things to say about me. I feel like so many people have told me like here or there, like something their parents said about me. It's always something so random. Like one of my friends was talking to me, and she was like, "My mom was talking to me after our concert, and she noticed you." And it was like, "Oh, it was like, oh, Alex's hair is very poofy." And Katie was like, "Yeah," and her mom was like, what type of curls does she have?" Or like some question like that. And Katie was like, "Oh, I think it's like 3C, like kind of 4A." Which I don't know. It's kind of like, yeah, I don't know. And her mom was like 4A, and Katie, my friend was like, kind of some spots a little bit. And her mom was like, "Isn't that for black people?" Oh, okay. Her mom was really scary. Her mom was like 6'2". No, her mom was 6 foot. Her dad is 6'2". I just got like the 38th hair in my mouth. And then she was telling me, she was like, talking to her dad, and he was like, "Oh, Alex's hair is so poofy," like same starting comment. And Katie was like, yeah, I mean it's curly." And her dad was like, "Oh, like it looks so much better now, blah 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 blah." And my friend was like, "What do you mean?" And he was like, "Oh, when you first met her, like before I had like a curl routine or like anything like that, I didn't realize how frizzed my hair was until one, I looked at pictures and videos, and two, I heard how many people had stuff to say about it." He was like, "Oh, when you guys were like first friends and I first met her, she kind of looked like a pom pom." A pom pom. Okay, that's unique. And I have a friend, and she has a very big house, right? And her house is pretty big and it's very nice, and her parents are Republican. And I'm not gonna lie, I think her parents are a tad on the racist side. My friend isn't. Her parents, I don't know if I can say the same for them. And I was like, your mom seems like the type to be very judgy over like a person's house. Like not in a rude way. She was like, no, I know what you mean. She was like, wait, like, can I like tell you something that she like said? And I was like, yeah. She was like, don't like tell her I said that I like told you that you said this though. And I was like, I was not planning on it. And she was like, okay. The first time she dropped me off at your house, when we like pulled up in front of your house, she goes, "Oh, her house is so cute." Oh my god, my hair's knotted. "Oh, her house is so cute and small and little and pequeño." Pequeño? ran out of fucking adjectives for English and moved on to Spanish, I guess. And she was like, "Mom, you can't say that. Like, when you and her mom said, I don't understand where her mom even got this from, like how this sentence even like remotely made sense to her mom. But her mom goes, "Oh, it's okay. She's albino. She gets it." I'm so confused. I'm so confused. So whatever that means. And she was telling me, she was like, "Yeah, my dad isn't that good with like my friends' names." And I told her, I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go hang out with Alex." And he goes, "Oh, is that the albino one?" Guys. Yeah. Anyways, I do like my new like rotation and routine of like products though, and like hair washing, because like, one, I did research and they are, and it's honestly just like better stuff. But also, like today, like washing and detangling my hair a lot, like not only was like detangling a much easier process, but also like so much less hair falls out than like back in my day. Like when I would use like different products and a different like method of like washing and detangling. Um I'm going fishing cause I'm on a mission. It's stuck in my head. That song, Lazy Confessions, like the trend or the template or whatever that goes with it is cute and all, but I don't like the song at all. I find the song so annoying for no reason. And it started playing and I was like, I don't like this song. And it's playing as I was like rushing to get done like showering and washing my hair as I was under like freezing water. Like it's literally like, don't mind that. Like it's literally like what, 15 degrees outside. I was dying. I thought I was gonna die in that house. I'm going to, where am I going? I'm going to Cancun. What's it, February 1st? This month. This time in like 3 weeks, I think I'll be there. And I'm very excited. And I also want to see like how my hair looks like no product. And like sort of kind of how the curl training's been going. Um, but I'm really excited. And I just bought a new bathing suit at Target yesterday. I got a new dress that I'm gonna wear, and I'm really excited. I'm gonna look so cute. Um, because it's now second semester at school, one of my classes has changed, and I'm now in Explore Art, which is literally just art class. I don't know why they call it Explore Art. It's just art. Um, which is fun because I like drawing and I sit with three of my friends. The only bad thing is I'm a little bit afraid of that art teacher. She did tell me she wanted to cut all my hair off and wear it as a wig. But I think I'll make it through the quarter without being baldified by my art teacher. Which reminds me, I had a dream once, I think in sixth grade, that I woke up bald and I was like, oh my god, where is my hair? And I genuinely can't believe that I had this dream. And I was like freaking out. And I was like, oh my god, whatever, whatever. And I had school that day. And I was like, it's okay, I can just go into school, I guess. Like whatever. And I went to school. And everybody else was bald too. And everyone was like, oh my god. Like I literally woke up bald this morning. I had no clue what happened. So like everyone was bald and no one knew why. And so we had an assembly to talk about it. And like my principal was bald, my vice principal was bald. And I remember they brought like my band teacher on, and like my ex band teacher. I'm saying that because I'm not in band anymore. They like he came onto stage and I assumed he would talk to us about how to like because my band teacher is bald and I thought, oh my god, not again. I thought he was gonna like go on stage to talk to us how to like cope with like being bald all of a sudden. Dang it. But no, he walked on stage and he had like waist length um like silky wavy brunette hair, and it was he was the only person in our school who had hair, even though he was initially like bald. And he came out on stage with his like luscious like long hair, and I was so bewildered and confused. And yeah, that was my dream. Um I've seen that band teacher outside of his natural habitat so many times, and every single time I don't recognize him at first because he always says hi to me first or waves to me first. Um, and I don't recognize him because it's always during the winter and he's always has a hat on, and I don't recognize him because I don't see his bald head. Okay, so now that I have majority of my product in, I'm gonna take some mousse. This is, I think honestly, any mousse that you use is fine, but this is just the finesse, strengthen, shape and strengthen. Um, I don't know. My mom bought it for me at Market Basket because I told her I needed mousse. But yeah, any mousse works. Mousse is mousse. And just scrunch it into your roots. So I just like flip my hair. No. I'm gonna stand for this. Fuck, my fucking tongue is life. I just dropped something. I don't know where it went or what it was. Where's my. Okay, I just realized my microphone was in my shirt. I'm sorry if you couldn't hear me for like 20 minutes. I also saw my band teacher the other night. They did another like future freshman night, and this one was for like different like arts classes and like stuff like that, like musicals, acting, art, sculpture, photography, band, choir, whatever, etc., etc., etc. And I was just walking with my friend to like different rooms that she wanted to visit because I was just kind of like lurking. And we went into the band room, and the like band teacher for the high school was like giving out a whole speech, and I was just lurking there because I was like staying with my friend. I didn't actually have any interest in it, obviously, because I quit band over a year ago. And I my band teacher walked in, and I could feel his eyes like burning into the back of my head. Okay, so I'm on my bed right now. No, you can't see that. I keep all my hair flipped forward, and I start by diffusing my roots. And I'm not gonna lie, I do for 5 minutes. I do diffuse my roots on high heat. Again, any diffuser works. I don't get why some people make a big. Okay, that's just gonna keep happening. I don't get why some people make such a big deal out of it. Like, oh, make sure to get this one. Get guys, whatever diffuser you use, don't doesn't it doesn't matter. Um, yeah. Okay, now that that is done, um, I use the medium like fan high low. That was the worst that was one of the worst attempts at explaining something literally ever. I'm sorry, but so yeah, now that that's done, my roots have been blow dried. Actually, I honestly use high heat for the roots, not like because that helps activate the sun in, and the sun in is mostly aimed toward my roots. So then I blow I blow dry my hair on like the medium heat, because low just takes like 100 years to dry, for 15 minutes, and then I'll come back after that. Okay, so this is it after like the 15-minute diffusing. Don't mind how it's still upside down. Um, and then I tie it in a puff with a silk scrunchie. Like I only tied around once. Give me 5 seconds. Like so. Don't mind how crusty it looks. and then I diffuse it for just another 3 minutes under the same like medium heat. This for the first like I want to say minute and a half, and then when I just like feel it start to like take down, like I just diffuse it like that. Um, I take it down and just like flip my hair to like the side and like diffuse from the left, the right, and then time is up. So I'll be back after that. It has officially been 3 minutes. Um, yeah, give me 5 seconds. So I basically just kind of flip my hair over and shake it out. Essentially, let me pin this to my shirt. I'm pinning it inside out because I did like a million test runs, and believe it or not, it did actually work better than doing it normally. And I feel like I see people use oil a lot before like separating their curls, which is what I'm doing right now, but I don't. Um, I don't know why. Dang it! I sent my friend the fuggliest face snap known to man, and I just got a notification she saved it to her camera roll. I'm gonna bite her ankles next time I see her. I think my hair wanted to behave for the video because right now I feel like I'm about to have a very good curl week. Oh, also, if you guys want, I can post like the wash too, like what I used to wash it, how I wash it. Yeah, that would be like annoying to film, but it's fine. I can do that. But also, I don't know why, but some people when they hear I wash my hair every 7 to 10 days, my hair can go easily 1 to 2 weeks without needing a wash. But usually once I pass like the 10-day point, it sometimes starts to get a little bit itchy. But once it passes 14 days, I need to wash it. But first 10 is perfectly fine. And when I tell people I wash my hair every 7 to 10 days, for some reason they hear I shower every 7 to 10 days, and then they take a quick step back. It's like, whoa, come back here. Um, yeah. Or some people like know that I shower like between then, but then just like don't think about the fact that like I'll be talking to somebody with straight hair, and they'll look at me weird and they're like, "You wash your hair like once a week at most." Yeah, yeah, actually I do. My nail polish is chipping so bad and it keeps getting caught in my hair. But anyways, yeah. So that was my curl routine, and this should last like with a little bit of like refreshing here and there if you needed. Um, as in just like a quick spray with water and then like a little bit of some type of curl cream or mousse scrunched in. Like here and there, this should last up to like 7 to 10 days. Um, Especially with how it's looking right now, because I've had days where I wash my hair and I look at it and I go, oh, so this is lasting 2 days max. Oh, why do I have a couple strands that just want to be different? Why are y'all so long? Also don't mind the shrinkage. Anyways, thank you for watching. Subscribe and bye.